I remember she came to Jamaica way back when Destiny's Child had one song.
When I did go to the studio with her, she was so focused. And I guess she just had a lot to do, so.
The Baby Boy collab was fire, but it seems like something dirty was going on behind the collab. At 52, Sean Paul is finally hinting at the alleged relationship with Queen Bey.
Somebody just called and said, yo, Beyonce wanna do a tune. I was like, immediately, yo, crazy.
And sources say Jay-Z wasn't having it, allegedly pulling Beyonce from live performances with Sean Paul out of pure jealousy.
Is it true that Jay-Z was uncomfortable with you being around Beyonce? Because I mean,
I've never spoken to him about that.
Why did they suddenly stop performing together? Why the awkward distance after the song blew up? And why is Sean Paul choosing now to speak? Let's find out. If any of us had ever been in a relationship, even a brief one, with the legendary Beyonce, chances are we'd talk about it nonstop. We'd probably spill all the details, even if it made her husband Jay-Z a little uncomfortable. So if the rumors about Sean Paul and Beyonce having something going on during their baby boy days in the early 2000s are actually true, then why has Sean Paul stayed so quiet about it all these years? The good news is, we finally have some answers. Sean Paul has broken his silence. In a recent interview with the Daily Beast, he set the record straight about the long-rumored fling with Beyonce. Not only did he clear up what really happened, but he also talked about how the story got started and how Jay-Z reacted to it all. It all goes back to 2003 when Beyonce and Jay-Z were just starting out as a couple. According to Sean Paul, their connection was purely professional, just one hit song and a few performances. He's been saying it for years, but the rumors never fully died down. Now, once again, he's shutting those stories down for good. He said, "I wish I did," Sean Paul told the Daily Beast. At the time, Beyonce and New York rapper Jay-Z were keeping their relationship under wraps, though fan speculation proved there was little the future Mr. and Mrs. Carter could keep to themselves. But none of that was of concern for Sean Paul. Instead, he was focused on the task at hand. After learning that Beyonce was a fan of his, he says her team reached out, extending the opportunity to collab. "I thought it was going to be R&B, but it ended up being dancehall, so that made me go off. That was a bangin' track, mon." But it didn't take long for the duo's steamy lyrics and chemistry in Baby Boy to get fans talking. People started wondering if there was something real going on between them, if maybe the song was more than just music. The rumors took off, and instead of boosting their careers as a duo, it ended up creating tension that kept them from performing together more often. In his interview with the Daily Beast, Sean Paul firmly denied ever having a romantic relationship with Beyonce, though he admitted that, like many others, he wished something had happened because of how stunning she was. At the time, Beyonce was dating Jay-Z, and the gossip started to cause problems. Sean Paul revealed, "We had to have a speak about it." He believes the rumors really caught fire after a performance in Los Angeles went sideways. His mic was turned off, and a few strange things happened on stage. That glitch sparked speculation, and the gossip spiraled from there.
Thank you. That was my first #1 I was on. So that was amazing. Whirlwind time for me.
First #1, huh?
Yeah, so I've had 4 on the Billboard charts.
Things only got messier when Sean Paul faced more strange audio issues, this time during a performance in Scotland. That's when everything hit a boiling point. "That's when we had the talk because the rumors got really crazy," Paul said in the interview. After that second on-stage mishap, Beyonce confronted him about the growing buzz. She was worried the rumors could hurt her image and career. Sean Paul recalled telling her, "Look, I knew Jay before you and we were cool, so if he has a problem with any of this, I'm happy to talk to him about it, but it's not coming from me." Despite his attempt to clear the air, things took a turn. Paul claims he was suddenly pulled from Beyonce's MTV VMA performance, which pretty much ended their working relationship. Meanwhile, rumors swirled that Jay-Z was behind the so-called Sabotaged, allegedly sending a message to set boundaries. But Sean Paul never bought into that theory. It couldn't be him, he wasn't even there. But people started saying that stuff, he explained. By the time the VMAs rolled around, tensions were high. Sean Paul insists he was originally supposed to join Beyonce on stage, but at the last minute he was told her label didn't want him performing with her anymore. "It was embarrassing and weird," he said when reflecting on how he watched the performance from the audience. As a result, he passed on a scheduled performance planned for Washington, D.C. the next day. They were like, "There are 3,000 influential people waiting out there for you to do it." And I was like, "There were 50 million people watching the VMAs. I'm not doing it." And I left. That was the last time we did the show, and by that time I was saying publicly that there was nothing going on. It fell on me. Nobody was asking them about it, but you know what? It was a big, fat, sexy perfect song. If you're a fan of Beyoncé, you probably remember her hit song Baby Boy with Sean Paul, which came out in 2003. The song was a huge hit, staying at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 9 weeks straight and even getting a Grammy nomination. But what many people don't know is that there was some serious drama behind the scenes. Even though things got rocky between them later on, Sean Paul still has a lot of respect for the song. In a 2020 interview with MTV News, he said Baby Boy was one of his top 3 collaborations, right up there with his work with Rihanna and Busta Rhymes. As for Beyoncé, after the success of Baby Boy, she didn't top the charts again for a while, not until 2007 when she dropped Irreplaceable.
And that was just an amazing thing for me. You know, what was very special about songs like this is that she's a great established artist and it was her first solo album, but she came to me.
Beyoncé recently opened up during an interview with Oprah Winfrey, revealing some behind-the-scenes tension during her collaboration with Sean Paul. She said that her husband, Jay-Z, wasn't too happy about the partnership and even tried to stop their performance at the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards. According to Beyoncé, Jay-Z was feeling jealous and insecure, mainly because Sean Paul was wildly popular and had a strong stage presence. Jay-Z didn't like the idea of Beyoncé being close to another man, especially in a music video where their chemistry was obvious. She also shared that Jay-Z went as far as accusing her of having an affair with Sean Paul and pushed her to cut off all contact with him after that.
A lot of times I do step outs, I'm on other people's tracks, but this was showing, especially me, and proving to my own self that my culture, dancehall and reggae music is such a strong thing.
Even though Beyoncé kept telling Jay-Z that nothing romantic ever happened between her and Sean Paul, he just wouldn't believe her. Things started getting worse. Jay-Z became more controlling and jealous. He even hired private investigators to keep tabs on both Beyoncé and Sean Paul. On top of that, he warned her that if she didn't do what he wanted, their relationship would be over. Beyoncé felt trapped and scared by how Jay-Z was acting, but she wasn't willing to give up her career or let anyone control her. So, even with Jay-Z pressuring her, she decided to go ahead and perform with Sean Paul at the VMAs. It was her way of showing that she was her own person and could make her own decisions. After the performance, things really blew up. Beyoncé and Jay-Z had a huge fight backstage, and during the argument, he slapped her across the face. Beyoncé was shocked and deeply hurt. That was the breaking point for her, and she chose to walk away from the relationship.
Big acts like Beyoncé would come to do it, and even a couple years later with Sia, you know, I had another #1 with her.
That's right.
And that was a dancehall track also.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of my culture and very proud to be someone in the forefront of.
After everything went down, Beyoncé packed her things and moved out of the place she shared with Jay-Z. She stayed with her sister Solange to get some space and clear her head. During that time, she reached out to Sean Paul to say sorry for all the drama that had dragged him in. Luckily, Sean was understanding and stood by her. Their friendship stayed solid, even with all the mess. Eventually, Jay-Z realized he had crossed the line. He came back, apologized sincerely, and begged for another chance. He told Beyoncé he was ready to change and work on himself. To prove it, he agreed to go to therapy with her. Beyoncé still loved him and wanted to make it work, so she gave him that second chance. Therapy helped. Things slowly got better between them, and in 2008, they tied the knot. Beyoncé later shared that they're happy now and have 3 beautiful kids, Blue Ivy and twins, Sir and Rumi. She said she doesn't regret working with Sean Paul because it led to a hit song and taught her to stand her ground. She's proud she followed her heart and built the life she wanted. That said, the rumors about her and Sean Paul did leave a mark. Whispers about their connection continued to pop up and cause tension now and then. Still, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have built an empire together. From young love over the phone to one of music's biggest power couples, they've faced it all. Betrayals, heartbreak, pregnancy losses, public scandals, and somehow they're still standing strong. In an interview, Jay-Z expressed, "Well, that's my soulmate. It's the person I love." And you can be in love with someone, you can love someone, and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, you're going to have complications, period. Despite their enduring connection, their relationship has stirred discomfort among some followers, notably 50 Cent.
She said, "I come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped out, she was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
50 Cent once pointed out that part of the issue might have been the age gap. Beyoncé had just stepped out of her teenage years, while Jay-Z was already in his 30s when things between them started heating up. Now, an old clip has resurfaced showing a young Beyoncé blushing and speaking highly of Jay-Z at an awards show. The video has fans talking again, raising old questions about whether Jay-Z might have played a bigger role in shaping her early solo career back in the 2000s than people realized.
But I love me some Jay-Z.
Everyone knows Beyoncé and Jay-Z are music royalty. Their story almost sounds like a fairy tale, a powerful king and a rising queen, deeply in love and taking over the world together. But is their relationship really as perfect as it seems? Some red flags suggest otherwise, and the biggest one, how secretive they are. Fans have been piecing together the timeline of their romance for years, and that's mostly because the couple gives out very little. They've always kept things tightly under wraps, forcing people to fill in the blanks through lyrics, interviews, and rare appearances. We know they met through the music industry, sure, but even then, Beyoncé moved with caution. She once said that she and Jay were just friends for a whole year and a half before they even started dating. Some think that was her way of protecting herself, or maybe there was more going on behind the scenes than anyone knew. When their relationship began to progress seriously, they attempted to keep it under wraps. The first time Bey and Jay worked together was on Jay-Z's '03 track Bonnie and Clyde back in 2002. After that, many started speculating about their relationship, but they insisted they were only friends. Beyoncé said in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, "We were friends first. Before we went on any dates, we were on the phone for a year and a half. That foundation is so important in a relationship. Just to have someone that you just like is so important, and someone that is honest." But after a few months of publicly attending events, shows, and award ceremonies with Jay, it became quite evident that the two were more than just friends. Nonetheless, the two creatives denied it, which begs the question, why? Why do they have to be so hesitant and shy about it? In 2003, Beyoncé had this to say about it. Beyoncé's privacy concerns are understandable. Dramas around artists can often entirely overshadow the artist's real works. However, not everything here makes sense. Several scandals have dogged Jay-Z and Beyoncé throughout their 20 years together, with most of the focus being on allegations of infidelity on Jay-Z's part. The tabloids and diehard fans have spread these rumors, but Jay-Z and Beyoncé's music has also played a role. It's puzzling that Jay-Z and Bey are so private at times, yet they're not shy about exposing their dirty laundry in their music. The truth is that the pair are savvy business people who know that everyone is curious about the specifics of their wedding.
We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
Using music to spread rumors is a clever approach to gaining listeners' attention. That's how you make history. Is this a clever or manipulative plan of action? It appears like both Beyoncé and Jay-Z want to make as much money as possible off of anything they do, which can be a little bit of both of them. That's why, so long as the money keeps coming, they'll keep telling their admirers about their romance. Using their marriage as a selling point is a huge red flag, and so is the strange method in which B.A.&J dealt with allegations of infidelity. The tales of Beyoncé and Jay-Z's infidelity in their 2005 relationship persist. The rumors that Jay-Z was having an affair with his protege Rihanna began to circulate that year. Nonetheless, there were reports that the rumors were made up to promote the Barbarian singer. However the case may be, this was the first of several charges brought against the rapper. The next accusation of infidelity in the relationship originated with the alleged victim. She has not one but two songs on her 2006 album B-Day that dealt with infidelity, and her supporters didn't let her suffer alone. One of her fans said, "If he is the one who cheated, he didn't fight to save their marriage. He in essence begged for her forgiveness. She is the one who fought for the marriage by forgiving his transgressions." Now that is a fight, and it hurts like hell. If the events that inspired these songs actually occurred, then it would appear that Bey has forgiven Jay-Z and that their relationship is still going strong. The couple secretly wed in 2008 and had their first child, a girl named Blue Ivy, in 2012. And Jay-Z loved his daughter so much that he even learned how to swim. He said, "I didn't learn how to swim until Blue was born." There goes everything you need to know. This is a metaphor for our relationship. If she ever fell in the water and I couldn't get her, I couldn't even fathom that thought. I gotta learn how to swim. That's it. That was the beginning of our relationship. This is so sweet of him, but another year passed, and then there were new false rumors. Something kept tarnishing the reputation of the couple, who appeared to be the most powerful in their field. The rumor mill was churning that music mogul Jay-Z was cheating on his new protege Rita. Wow, that's a whole lot of suspected infidelity to ignore.
Jay-Z is allegedly cheating on his wife Beyonce with his new artist Rita Ora.
And to this day, nobody understands why Bey keeps forgiving Jay when everyone knows he's a cheat. Who knows? Maybe she wasn't as pure as she seemed. The lyrics to Jay-Z's 2013 track Holy Grail suggested that he was the one being duped rather than the other way around. Hypothetically, what if the roles were reversed? But it's not likely, as rapper and model Liv said in August 2013, that Jay-Z had flirted with her and asked for her number. Thankfully, Liv stated that out of respect for Beyoncé, she would not be providing it. Liv said in an interview, "The song about my life has been construed into something it's not. I was not saying he cheated on her with me. I was saying I was given the opportunity to compromise myself, and I took the route to not do that." Wow, that really stung Jay. While all this was happening, Jay and Bey tried to keep their relationship under wraps, and when they did disclose anything, it was to express their joy at being with one another. However, something happened that made it glaringly clear that their marriage was far from ideal. In a lift on May 7th, 2014, things became hot between Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Solange on the way to the reunion banquet that they all attended. Beyoncé stood silently by as security footage showed Solange angrily yelling at Jay-Z and striking him. It's unclear what transpired, but it's been said that Solange confronted Jay-Z after learning of his alleged infidelity. The couple's reputation took a major hit after the iconic lift incident. The aftermath led onlookers to believe the couple had split up. Several tracks on Lemonade, Beyoncé's 2016 album, are about cheating. Obviously, everyone thought it was directed at Jay.
It was one of the hardest things I've been through.
Been through a lot of trauma.
Right now, I'm very emotional.
It was now widely accepted that Jay-Z had cheated on his wife, and B.A. and Jay were not the rock-solid, happy couple they had portrayed themselves to be. Jay finally came clean about his infidelity in 2017. He said, "The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused, and then have to deal with yourself." He disclosed that he and Bey chose to work on their marriage even through the most difficult moments rather than exploit infidelity as a pretext to get a divorce. The fact that Jay-Z cheated on Beyoncé is a red flag in itself. You can tell that Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been quite strategic in crafting their public persona. Everything they show the world about themselves and their family is carefully chosen to create a particular impression. A tale about a criminal and a princess who fall in love, an imperfect union that has survived the challenges of raising 3 talented and lovely children.
Life is really good. Very great.
However, people have suggestions like this is all because Jay-Z wants to control this industry and his only concern is profit. It was reportedly revealed by 50 Cent. 50 was supposedly blaming and taunting Jay-Z. Over the last 2 decades, Jay-Z and 50 Cent have engaged in on-again, off-again beefs that have played out multiple times. The rivalry began with 50 Cent mentioning Jay-Z on the 1999 track How to Rob, to which Jay responded with a bar in his own 1999 track It's Hot, Some Like It Hot, that took a dig at 50 Cent, saying, "I'm about $1. What the F is 50 cents?" The insiders claim that Jay was bullying 50. Since then, the two have traded stray shots as their careers progressed. During an interview with DJ Envy following Lil Mama's unexpected interruption of his and Alicia Keys' performance at the 2009 MTV VMAs, 50 Cent couldn't resist taking a playful dig at Jay-Z. He humorously suggested that the reason for the incident was because Jay-Z was no longer as intimidating as he once was by taking Beyoncé's name. He said, "He's way more approachable. It's Beyoncé, and I don't know the Sinatra vibe he's trying to put on that's making people comfortable enough to walk on his stage." If 50 was taking Jay-Z name, it means that he is quite into something very fishy. After 50, Kanye West joined the chat and revealed how some powerful people control this industry. In a striking clip that has captured widespread attention, 50 Cent openly delves into the online belief of Hollywood sacrifices. Shockingly, he even invokes his own mother while emphatically expressing his firm belief in such occurrences.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian too.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy. right?
After all these years, the pieces are finally falling into place, and it's looking a lot messier than we thought. If Sean Paul's subtle confessions are anything to go by, there was definitely more than just music in the mix. And Jay-Z's reaction? Let's just say it speaks volumes. Whether it was a full-blown affair or just dangerously close, one thing's for sure. The truth behind Baby Boy isn't so innocent after all, and if Sean's talking now, what else is about to come out? Because in Hollywood, secrets never stay buried forever. So due to all these revelations, people believe that Sean has been forced to keep his mouth shut about his relationship with Beyoncé so that her image is not damaged. That's it for today. Goodbye.